people think that because I was a person who entered into polygyny knowing that, you know, my husband was married already and all these different things like that, that anything, any type of pain, discomfort, hurt, insecurities, anything that could possibly come from an initial wife, I wouldn't understand. Assalamu alaikum. Peace. It's your coach, Coach Nyla, one of the co-founders of Outstanding Personal Relationships, as well as co-author of the book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored. Now, this video is for those who want to be open-minded, those who want to get some understanding, as well as for my incoming additional, quote-unquote, subsequent wives out there. And we're going to discuss subsequent wife stereotypes. I don't really use the word subsequent as much anymore, but for this video, I will. And the reason why I say this is for people who want to understand and have an open mind and things as far as that is because time and time again, you have this label that hangs over your head as an incoming wife, that because you're an incoming wife, an additional wife, subsequent wife, what have you, that your feelings don't matter as much as anybody that's associated or related to the initial wife. And this is not a versus, so I don't want people to go and assume that this is what it is. It's a video for me to shed some light because there are incoming additional wives who are not speaking on this, who are lurking in the shadows or hiding in the shadows, not expressing how they're feeling, not displaying their feelings, not even speaking on it because you have society that says, you know what, you get this privilege. You taking away half of somebody else's rights. You didn't have nothing at first and now you're married so you have something. That's a horrible stereotype because we are all a full human being. We have our rights. We have every piece of rights that's due to us. It doesn't make us, we don't get more rights or we gain rights or take rights away from a person because we married somebody. That's not how that operates. We are whole. We're not pieces of one or half of one. When people say my better half, you're not a half of a person. You're a full person. So a lot of times people don't like the way my delivery is and the things that I say. And because I'm the oldest of 9, because I was a single mother, raised by a single mother, the way I speak is matter-of-factly on a number of different things because I do believe that people are responsible for how they interpret things. I do believe that people are responsible for their own actions. And this is coming from a certified crybaby. I was told that when I was growing up. Person is very emotional and things as far as that. Did that change me? Did that shape me in some way, shape, or form to be a little more direct in the way I speak? Probably. But I do feel, now I don't always do that. I don't always do it to those who can't really take it. And I also don't do it a lot to my children, but I also speak to my 3-year-old very directly because he has to understand. I digress. But being able to understand that we are all people, that we all have these different energies and emotions and hurts and pains, traumas, insecurities, things that we may have to go through and grow through is important. And because of someone being in a position of an incoming wife or an additional wife does not take that away from them. They still went through things and could have possibly gone through things that can help a person who is an initial wife or who's coming into polygyny for the first time or who has to deal with, their husband marrying again. See, that's what I love about being a coach. What I love about being a coach is that that title of subsequent wife should not hang over my head. However, I've noticed from time to time it does, you know, or incoming wife or anything like that. It hangs over my head, where people think that because I was a person who entered into polygyny knowing that, you know, my husband was married already and all these different things like that, that anything, any type of pain, discomfort, hurt, insecurities, anything that could possibly come from an initial wife, I wouldn't understand. But see, I'm a coach. See, I'm a woman before I'm anything else. I'm definitely a woman. I'm Muslim. I'm a person with feelings. I'm an empath. I'm an introvert. There are a lot of other labels and titles I can get that can hang over my head that are very much beneficial to me. And the interesting thing is, subsequent wife, the benefit that that has to me is that any incoming or additional wife can understand that I'm going to have their back in stating and relaying how they may feel about a certain thing. However, I'm not going to allow them, and that's anybody, period. I'm not going to allow them to play victim. I'm not going to allow them to blame. I'm not going to allow them to treat anybody else like they're less than, or like, oh, well, I'm the new thing, so I'm all good and you're the old stuff. I don't do that. We don't play that. So, you know, you have people, you have different things in different areas. You have, you know, what my co-wife did a great video on, talked about initial wife privilege. You have, you know, subsequent wife inferiority syndrome, but you also have subsequent wife, you know, I don't know what to call it yet, but it's going to come to me. Or if you guys have a suggestion for it, let me know in the comments. You know, where they want to stunt. Subsequent wife stunning, you know, whatever. But when the person want to come in and say, you know what, I'm going to take over this. I'm going to make sure, or this is the reason why, things wasn't working now, and this is why I'm here. I haven't met any wives that have done that. However, I'm not going to be naive to say that that doesn't happen. And that's not okay. Period. I don't take sides. I'm not biased like that. Well, I guess I do take sides. The side is right. Right is right and wrong is wrong, and that's what it is. So, you know, but different things, we have to be very mindful when it comes to how we treat one another and the labels that we put on someone, or allowing those labels to affect how we see that person as a person. As I stated before, I can be looked at and have been looked at as that. It goes beyond coach anymore. It's like, I'm not even looked at as coach anymore. This is the incoming wife. She has this type of privilege. She don't know what this pain feels like. She doesn't know what this trauma feels like, or, you know, she's speaking so matter-of-factly about this other stuff, you know, like she knows what she's talking about. And I do. I know what pain feels like, period. And I do know that we need to put on, this is not going to be so cute to people, but you got to put on your big girl pants and say, you know what? I have to be in control of me. I have a 16-year-old daughter that I talk the same talk to as a 16-year-old teenager. My bonus babies, my sisters. So it's not just coming in from a different perspective and thinking that, oh, well, I only have this perspective. I'm well-versed, well-rounded, as with you guys, as with anyone. That's why I say it's really interesting. We have to look inside ourselves too. We have to look inside ourselves and say, you know what? Can I speak on these certain things? Even though I may not have had the extreme experience in that type of way that you have, I can speak on these things. Have you had a friend come to you about something that she's going through? And you may not have went through that specific experience, but you can tell her and help her and guide her through what she's going through because you know what that feels like. That's a similar type of thing. So to shun or, you know, put people in a box based on their role in life or where they came or their placement in life, that's immature. I'm calling it out on how it is, and we know that it's immature. If you were talking to someone else, if it wasn't you that's feeling this way, and you saw it on the outside looking in, you would think the same. I'm pretty sure of it. So, to be able to be open-minded and to get to know people for who they are. Get to know them beyond the titles, beyond the labels. And not stereotyping because of those labels. I mean, that's the story of my life. I've been stereotyped for being Black, being a woman, being an introvert, being a nerd, being an incoming, additional, subsequent life. And those things can cause some insecurities and some pain from time to time. So if you have ever looked at anyone differently only because of a title, haven't given them a chance only because of a label, think twice. And it's crazy if anybody if anybody is familiar with Dar Man, right now I feel like a Dar Man video where at the end when he talks about don't judge a book by its cover, get to know someone before you judge them, all these different things like that. But yeah, that's what I'm really stating to you. You know, we as incoming wives have a number of different issues and pains and challenges. And I'm stating outside of being a coach right now, but being an additional wife. The insecurities of, you know, coming into something that's already been established and finding your place and your way through it. Minding your marriage and saying, you know what, I gotta find my way, or do I be like this person, or do, you know, I do my own thing, or how are the kids going to respond to me, or, you know, I got family members thinking that, you know, I'm a complete idiot for doing this, or you got the society feeling that you're a home wrecker, and a lot of these different things. Those things we don't just brush off and say, okay, well, whatever. Doesn't matter what they feel, what they think. It'd be nice. We still have hearts too. We still have emotions as well. So don't judge people before you get to know them. Don't just look at their title or their status in life and say, well, that's what it is, or they must have it easy, or they're taken away from somebody. Because maybe, just maybe, you will learn a good lesson from a source that you would never thought you would learn a lesson from. And it may be better than what you thought you may learn from someone else that may have shared your same viewpoint. Because you may have saw a different view in a different way and said, wow, I would have never thought of that if I wouldn't have given this person a chance. Hope you guys got some good information from this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Found out at least 50% of our watchers, our viewers, are not subscribed. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Be part of our notification gang so you get notified of the videos when they are released. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Make sure you're growing intentionally, loving fearlessly, and connecting on a higher level every single day. If you want information about coaching and counseling, visit us at our website, outstandingpersonalrelationships.com/store. You will see a lot of the information for our coaching and counseling programs. Until next time, assalamu alaikum. Peace.
Here are 3 ways Outstanding Personal Relationships can help you.
Make sure you guys are following us on our social medias at Outstanding Personal Relationships on YouTube and Facebook, and on IG at Outstanding Relationships, and also Clubhouse under our names.
And make sure you go to outstandingpersonalrelationships.com and sign up for our email list. And there you will get updates on our new book, Let's Talk Polygyny Uncensored.
Absolutely. And last but not least, when it comes to coaching or counseling, if you want to work with us one-on-one or in group settings, make sure you're on that website and reach out to us, because we do have very limited spots and we usually have a wait list. So with that being said, GLC.
Make sure you are growing intentionally,
loving fearlessly,
and connecting on a higher level every single day. Assalamu alaikum. Peace.